Hey folks, this is Vince and Lee with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to check out 10 Minutes to Kill. It's worth noting right off the bat that we've never played this before. We have read the rules, but we've never actually played it, so we may make some rules goof. She actually did read the rules as well, so she's probably got a better handle on things than I do, so she's shaking her head no. This game supports 2 to 4 players. It's for ages 14 and up, and the average play time is about 10 minutes. So, and here's a quick look at the box insert, or lack thereof. The pieces just go in there. Here's a look at the rulebook for those of you that want to see that. It's about 8 pages long or so, of this size. And let's go ahead and zoom in on the board so you can actually see what's going on. As much as I love looking at Lee here, no one can actually see what's happening. There we go. Alright, so basically the way this game works is I have a hitman, she has a hitman, and that's what these little pieces here are for. There's one character for each tile that's represented on this board here. So there's a tile in this deck that's represented by this character, there's a tile in this deck that represents this character, and so on. And we're not allowed to see the ones that we haven't dealt to ourselves. Each person gets one hitman token here, and we put a little token on top of it to show that it's our hitman token, because we're also going to draw, in addition to that for ourselves, 3 other tokens. These are the people that we're trying to make hits on in order to score points. We actually score negative points for killing people that are not on our hit list. So these are the 3 characters that I need to knock off as the game progresses. And again, each tile here is represented by one person on the field there. So, and speaking of the field, the way that works is there's just tiles, and you can set them up any way you want to. This is just a random setup. You put one of these characters on each location. You do have these cop stand-ups, these little cop characters. They start off on the outside of the board. They don't actually go on there right away. In a 2-player game, there's 3 of them, and a 3 or 4 player game, there's only 2 of them. So I'm just going to remove these, just so I don't, accidentally draw them or knock them over, because this is important. This represents all the characters that weren't drawn or dealt to Lee and myself. So I'm just going to put them back in the box and put the little cover on it so no one can see, that. There's also a first player marker. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'm just going to throw that back in. And then these unused hitman tokens. This is for a 3 and 4 player game. I'm just going to put them back in the box. You've also got a little guide here. There are 3 different ways a hitman can actually kill in this game. There is a knife, a pistol, and a sniper rifle. So there are different rules regarding all 3 weapons. Just to quickly sum it up, when you try to kill someone with a knife, and you have all 3 weapons from the gate, so you don't have to worry about finding them or anything. But when it comes to the knife, so as long as there's not a cop that is adjacent to you or on top of the same tile, you can, and if you have a knife, you can knock off someone that's in the same location as you, regardless of how many people might be there. So in this case, the crocodile could knock this character off, and that would count as a kill. So that's one way that you can knock someone out, and I don't remember where these were, but I'll just throw them back wherever. Alright, and then the pistol can shoot someone that is adjacent to you, so as long as, again, there's no cop on your location or a cop that is adjacent to you.
Can I make a quick correction?
Yes,
I believe that if the policeman, even if it's adjacent, you can still kill someone
with the knife?
Yeah,
on
the same tile.
Wow, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I have Lee here. Definitely, okay.
Well, you can double check that though.
I will double check right, well, I believe you.
I don't believe myself.
The knife allows a hitman to kill any character occupying the same tile as his. The knife can be used even if there are other characters on the tile. The use of a knife is unnoticeable by other characters except the policeman. So,
well, on the guide it says.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Maybe that.
Well, no, because in this particular scenario, the cop is not adjacent to it; it's diagonal.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so in this case, the cop is diagonal to. That's actually a good guide here. So in this example, here's the cop, and here's someone. He can't use a gun or a sniper rifle because there's a cop adjacent. Same with this character here. This is 2 people that are trying to, well, they could stab each other potentially or kill someone else. The cop is not adjacent to this tile. If there's, whenever you're shooting someone, you cannot have someone else on the same tile as you because it's not technically a concealed kill. So this person could not shoot this person because this crocodile here is on the same location as them. So each weapon behaves a little differently, and the sniper rifle. You can only shoot the sniper rifle if you're on one of these target locations. There's little target locations on the board. The sniper rifle can go through people and blank tiles, but so this person here could shoot him or him, so as long as there's not another person on the same tile, and so as long as there's not a cop adjacent or on top of that same tile. So long story short, the knife can conceal kill, except for the cop, but the gun and the sniper rifle, you have to be alone. You can't share the tile with someone else if you're trying to shoot someone with a revolver or the sniper rifle. So yeah, I know that was a little confusing. It'll make more sense as we play. Sure. Let's go with that. So let's just try it and see how well we do. Again, I have my secret character. Now, on your turn, you can do. You can take 2 of possible 3 actions. You can initiate a kill. You can move a character, or there's one other thing that I forgot. Investigate a character's identity using a policeman. So whenever you do the move command, you can pick a character, no matter who it is. It can be you, it can be anyone. So I could pick up the croc and move him over here. It doesn't matter how far away it is, you just pick him up and move him. Now you can also move the cops onto the board. Just one cop character, you can say move them there. And sometimes you might want to use them as a defensive measure in case you're worried about someone killing you. So that was the movement action. You can do that twice on your turn. The only action you can't perform twice on the same turn is the kill action. You can only perform that once on your turn. The kill action is basically everything I outlined with the knife through the gun or the sniper rifle. And lastly, investigate a character's identity using a policeman. So you could say, is this character your hitman? And then she would either say yes or no. If she happens to say yes, then she's not out of the game unless she's not out of the game. She can still move the cops around and perform the investigate a character's identity action in order to gain points at the end of the game. So even though I might have eliminated her from the game by finding out who she is, and she can't perform any more kill actions or anything, she's considered arrested, she can still move cops around and try and implicate and figure out the identities of other people, and still possibly earn points that way.
Only the cops, right?
Yeah, only the cops. As far as I know. I don't see a reason why you'd want to move other people, but I could be wrong about that.
Rage flip.
Rage flip it. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So, I guess we'll give it a go and see how well we do. I'll let you go first because ladies first and all that. Yeah, sure. So, who am I? I'm this person.
Okay.
I have to find them now.
Maybe move him back.
Yeah, good idea.
Move
him this way toward the camera. Hopefully you guys can see this. If not, I can zoom in a little bit closer.
Should the camera see my people?
We're good. Unless I bring the camera around, but
No,
I don't want to risk seeing your. Oh, by the way, whenever we do make a kill, it's going to be preferably on a character that we're trying to knock off. Again, we've got 3 of these characters in front of us. Whenever we knock off the character, we flip over the tile and we put their stand on it to indicate that we've killed that particular person. And then we score points at the end of the game for that. But if it's someone that doesn't belong to me or whatever, then I have to take them off, but I score negative points at the end of the game for knocking off someone I didn't need to. Okay.
Alright, sorry.
No, take your time. It's all right.
Thank you.
I'm running out of dialogue, but that's okay.
Oh my god.
No, you're fine. Take your time. Just kidding.
Okay.
It's all good.
Oh my god.
No pressure.
This is hard. There's 16 options.
Yeah, I know.
Even more. Oh my god.
And I'm just one of them. I'm just gonna put that here.
Alright, I moved.
Okay, so you get one more action.
Oh yeah. Well.
Okay. So we're bunching them up. Okay, so I need to find out. Now it's my turn. She took 2 actions out of the possible 3 actions. Now I've got to try and find these people and do something about them. And I also have to find out where I am. Okay. Now, before we go any further, there is a slight rules modification I made to the game because I find it rather silly. Whenever you do kill someone in this game, you have to collectively, as a group, figure out who the suspects are and list them out loud. I don't like that. As a deduction game goes, I want people to think to themselves, okay, it could be this guy, it could be this guy. Like, think about the board game Clue. People don't go around listing off what characters they still have on their little score sheet. So it doesn't make any sense to do that out loud. I just don't. If it's going to be a deduction game and secrecy and all that jazz, I don't see the reason to do that. The only reason that I think the manual has you do that is so that you don't accidentally mess up and consider someone a suspect when they actually weren't. But in my opinion, if you mess up, that's on you. In my opinion. But I mean, so there may be instances again where we make mistakes, but so it goes.
There is a rule that makes it so that if you kill someone on a tile, everyone on that tile flees, right?
Is there?
I think so.
Ah, okay. Is that that's with the knife though, right? Or is it just with any weapon?
I thought it was with any weapon, but I don't remember.
Okay. No, that's good. Because I think you're right about that, because I'm seeing people moving. Consequences of a kill. All characters on the same tile as the victim, the witnesses, flee the crime scene. Good catch. I missed that one. To do so, the next player takes all remaining characters from the tile and places them anywhere he wants on the board. Alright, each of them must be placed on a different tile. He then takes a policeman from the side of the board and adds it into play. So policemen also come into play, not just by... I wonder if they can be moved from the side of the board onto the board, or if they can only come into the game via a kill.
I think they can be moved, because wasn't that one of the actions?
Right. I just don't know if... It just says any player may move a policeman using the move a character action. But it doesn't say if the cop has to be on the board or not. So until I figure it out in here, if there is such a thing, I guess we'll house rule it. What would you prefer? Would you prefer it to be off the board, or would you prefer they have to come onto the board via a kill first?
Oh, they can. I don't know.
Well, I can. It's up to. I guess we'll. All right, we'll do it this way. Until we hear otherwise from either a commenter or I figure it out from the rule book. Instead of moving a cop onto the board from off board, whenever there's a kill, we'll bring them on. And then once they're on the board, then we move them around. That makes more sense, because as bodies start piling up, more and more policemen will start showing up, sort of like in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that was the intention.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I thought it was just like...
I thought so too, because it doesn't really specify. But yeah.
That's cool. I like that though. I like that.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Well, it makes sense to me, but
Yeah.
my brain is not always there. So, all right. So back to my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now I lost. Okay, I'm this person.
That's why I keep it in the palm of my hand.
Yeah, my brain is like, what? Okay, so I'm going to... All right, I need to get these guys. All right. So I'm going to move this character here. I'm going to move... I'm going to move this character over here. And now it is your turn. They're starting to group up. One thing I would like to see included with this game is some sort of score pad to where you can mark off your suspects as you start seeing the body counts go up. And you start figuring out, okay, it can only be this person, this person, this person. You could mark it down somewhere on a piece of paper or check boxes like in Clue and say, these are the people that are left. So when the next kill comes around, I can start checking off more people. And then after that, your list will get smaller and smaller. So that's something I would have liked to have seen in this game. And speaking of which, let me grab some paper and some pens so that Idalee and I can do just that.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out which who your hitman is.
That's all right. There's stuff.
And because the police officer is not coming into play, I can't ask. I can't use my move to ask.
Correct. Yeah, I see that.
Okay. That makes this a little more challenging.
Yeah. So what I would do whenever there's a kill, we'll just write down the animals that could be suspects, assuming we can figure out what animals they're supposed to be. Because I don't know what some of these are. I could say like green. I don't know what that is, or that looks like a walrus. That looks like a panda. That looks like that's a crocodile, clearly. Oh, stop meowing. The cat is over there trying to get some food. All right. So you're going to move that character?
I'm going to kill this character.
Oh, you're going to kill this character?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to write down who it could possibly be. In my head, I need to try and figure this out. So it could be green. And I'm going to say this out loud for the sake of the camera, but normally I would probably do this in my head. So it could be the green croc over here with the pistol. It could be the lady with the sniper. What is that? The gray cat with the skirt? Gray skirt cat. Yes, I'm actually writing that. It could be this. What the heck is that?
It's a puffing bird.
A puffing bird. It's the blue fire question mark, because I don't know what animal that is. It could be this character over here because sniper. There's a sniper symbol and he has a clear line of sight with that. So that's the koala, green koala. And so that was the kill spot. So that one, sniper. There was no one else here, so there was no knife kill, possibly. So that leads, so it has to be one of those 4 characters. So her hitman has got to be one of those 4 characters, unless I screwed up somewhere, because diagonals don't work in this game. It's only straight lines. So I'm guessing that's one of hers, but I could be wrong. I don't see any sniper on that one. And that we're good. So again, sniper, pistol, sniper, or pistol, either way. All right, so there are my 4 suspects, and again, I could be wrong, but that's who I think she is at this point in time. And
does it say like how many characters can be on one tile?
How many characters can be on one tile? No, as many as you want, I think.
All 16 on one tile.
Oh, really? Yeah, that would be crazy if all 16 were on one tile. Good luck trying to figure that out.
Knife kills everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so did you take oh, we have to put a cop on the board, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, did you take a second action, or did you take another action, or no?
No, because I killed someone. That uses up one action.
Right, and you have a second action now, right?
No, because if you kill someone, it only counts as... Like,
oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Again, I really should have read this better. Killing a character... Oh, really?
It should say it on...
The player may choose the same action twice in the same turn with the exception of kill a character. The player may only ever kill one character per turn. Yeah, I don't see where you have to end your turn.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure? That's kind of OP.
How's that OP?
I don't know.
Kill and move.
Kill and move. That's terrible.
That doesn't say anything about stopping your... So yeah, you get another action still.
Alright, sweet. Maybe I should have reread the rule book. Right.
Well, these are good questions, because then people that are playing this for the first time will take a look at our mistakes and say, okay, this is something that we should look out for when we're reading the rules. Mm-hmm. So, I don't mind doing these little first impression videos, first playthroughs.
Okay.
Alright, so you're going to move that character over there. Okay. So, she knows that I think her as a suspect, so she might be moving her to safety because she is that person, or that animal, or she's trying to throw me off. So now I gotta try and think here. I will do... Well, knowing that she's... Okay. Yikes.
It looks so easy, but it seems so difficult. Like
It is
difficult.
Like, I have to try and figure out who you might be. All right, I'm gonna do 1 and 2. So I moved 2 characters.
Okay.
One. Okay, just pile them all into one spot. That happens to be one of my suspects. Okay, well, yeah, this person is a suspect. This person. So gray skirt cat lady and blue fire, whatever that thing is on the same spot. The green croc. So all 3 of her characters are here. So I gotta. Oh man, she's blending in with the crowd. That's what she's doing. Ugh. All right.
That's terrible.
I'm going to move this guy here. And I'm going to move I'm going to move this guy here. Or, not when I say guy, I mean animal. Whatever that is. I still don't know what that is. It looks like a Super Saiyan bird. Kame.
It's a cockatiel.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's my turn?
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna move the koala here.
Koala there, okay.
I'm gonna kill. Oops.
You can't, well, here's the thing.
What?
You've got to, oh, okay, so you're going to,
I'm gonna knife somebody.
well, here's the thing. You've got a cop right next to you.
Oh,
so you can't do
crap. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know
Okay.
that. Okay, that works too. Okay. So, you're going to move the cop. I wonder what your next action's going to be.
You're just gonna move the cop
Yeah, right.
back,
It's
right?
like that's the equivalent of assassin shooting a bazooka up in the sky. Oops, my bad. Ignore that for the next half an hour.
It's a distraction.
I need to reload.
That's awesome.
All right. Now I could try and eliminate some suspects by bringing that cop over there and saying, "Is this your person? Is this your person?"
Doesn't that take up 1 turn?
It does take up. It takes up a action.
Then action.
So moving them there is 1, and then trying to figure out who you are with 1. I can only guess one of them. So I have a 1 in 3 chance of getting right. Technically, there's a 1 in 4 chance, but I know one of them is not because of something else. I'm not going to say what. So, because, yeah. So, all right, I'm going to. Okay, so I'm going to kill this one. She did. She's the slutty looking, whatever that is. Is that a cat? Leopard? Yeah. With a baseball bat. A cheerleader outfit. Okay. So that's 1, and then I have 1 more action. I can't kill again, but I can move. So I'm going to move this guy up here.
Now can I kill her with the knife?
Yes, you can kill him with a knife now. There's no knives are concealed. No one else doesn't really care about that.
Okay.
So you killed the tennis racket player person, and I don't even need to write down who the suspects are. I know who. Oh, it could be all 4 of these. The green croc. It could be the gray skirt cat lady. The blue fire. Now, before you do that, we should probably. These guys need to get removed from the crime scene, and this guy comes here.
Sweet. And then who?
I think it said the player on the player's next turn, was it? The consequences of killing a character. Afterwards, all characters on the same tile flee the crime scene. To do so, the next player takes all the remaining characters from the tile and places them anywhere he wants on the board. Each of them must be on a different tile. He then takes a policeman from the side of the board and adds it into play. If there are no more policemen left, he takes a policeman already into play instead. The policeman goes onto the tile where the character has been killed. So that character, or that cop goes there, but now I get to choose where to put these.
I still have two turns though, right?
You have another action.
Another action.
You killed one.
Someone and I can move somebody else?
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Oops.
Shouldn't I move first before you place? That way I don't use that strategy against you, your strategy against you?
Does it say on the player's next turn then?
I don't.
It just says the next player. It doesn't say on their next turn. So I think it's that immediately. They immediately go somewhere else. So now I've got to figure out where to go with these guys.
Okay. I wish this one was a computer game.
Yes, just because of it would be harder to do with local because other people your friend would have to look away from the computer screen for obvious reasons. I'll put you there, and I'm going to put you. That was the scene of the crime. I'm going to put you here. Okay.
My turn?
Yep, so you get one more action, because you kill, but you can't kill another one.
Nope.
Okay, so you're moving there. Okay. So now I got 2 actions. I'm going to start looking around and eliminating people. Well, you're already there, so I'm just going to spend 1 action. Is this your hitman?
No.
The fireman guy?
No.
Alright, so I can cross him off.
What happens if you incorrectly say it?
Nothing happens.
Alright.
So that's not him either. And then we've got 2 more suspects that you could possibly be. Alright.
My turn?
No, I still have 1 more turn, and I have a feeling I know who you are because you moved that cop for a reason. So I'm going to move this. Actually, I'm going to move this guy over here and perform that action again. Gray skirt cat. Is this your hitman?
No.
Oh, it's not?
Mm-mm.
Alright, so now I know who you are. Supposedly.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is. It is now your turn.
Is this your hitman?
No, it is
Damn
not.
it.
Oh, he stays there.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Scratch.
Can I do the same action?
Yes, you can.
Is the bird with the crazy hair your hitman?
It is. So she's discovered my hitman. So that means that I'm arrested, I think. Yeah. So I'm out now, if that's how it works. And now my only options are to... Did you kill someone? Another one?
What?
Oh yeah, you made a second kill. That's right, you did. Okay. So all I can do now at this point is try and move the cops around and try and figure out who you are, which I think I know. So you've made 2 actions. Now I'm going to make an action.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this cop here. Is this your croc? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So now the game is over. The game ends whenever I believe 3 of the 3 of the hits are completed. I still had 2 unused ones. Or 2 I needed to kill. She only had 1. So I have a feeling she's going to win this. So we get player's hitman still alive and not arrested by police. Well, we don't get any points for that because we're both arrested. Each target killed. She got 2 points, 1 for each one. I got 1 point. Other players arrested hitman. We each get 1 point each because we arrested each other's hitman. Other players killed hitman. We didn't kill each other's hitman. Innocent victim killed -1. Policeman killed -1,337, which is leet speak, I guess. Okay, so she won by 1 point when it comes down to it. So, not a bad little game. Again, like you said, it might have been better on a computer, I think. I can imagine it. Like, I would have really liked this as an online game, too.
Yeah.
That way, have like up to 6 players, 8 players. I really like deduction games. So this game, I think I would come back to. Would you come back to this at all?
Yeah, I would. Something needs to be done with, like, the actions the policeman though, or something.
You think? I mean, as far as being able to use them twice, or?
I don't know. Like, it just seems like the game is over like in 2 seconds with these things.
That's true. Well, to be fair, the average play time is only 10 minutes. Hence the title, 10 minutes to kill.
Yeah.
So I think by design it was meant to go quick, which is fine with me. I like quick games. There are other games out there like Clue the Museum Caper that take a little bit longer to play. There's Scotland Yard, Letters of Whitechapel or something. Anyway, yeah. So there's other deduction games out there that are more complicated than this, but I guess as a filler game, this is a kind of a neat deduction game. It can be played fairly quickly. Yeah, my only complaint really was just some of the weird rules that we came across, like as far as the policemen, if we can move them onto the table with the move action, or if they have to be on the table first, or they have to be on the board before we can move them. Just little things like that. I wish that a lot of the hidden rules are in here in such a way you have to sort of scan the rule book 2 or 3 times to catch certain rules. They don't just pop out at you. Most of these hidden rules are like as an aside or as an afterthought. So that's the only real complaint I have about the game. But other than that, it's pretty cool. So there you go, folks. That was 10 Minutes to Kill. Special thanks to Ida Lee for helping me out with this one. Again, there may have been some rules goofs, so if you do get this game for yourself, I suggest you go through the rule book 2 or 3 times to make sure you didn't miss anything. So with that being said, this is Vince and Ida Lee. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.